Hello, it's Rob here from Woodward Games, and tonight is another round of Blackout Rugby of our friendly youth league, the unofficial Blackout Rugby Youth League, and we're in round, let me have a look, I think we're around 11 now, which is starting in, I just about erased everything with one touch, in about 3 minutes from now. How's everyone going? Let me know how your day's been. It's either the start of the week for you, early morning in Europe, or it's the first day over. Okay, so let's have a look. I was actually going to stream a bit earlier, just to see some other things, but I got sidetracked into having to complete an English video, because I ran out of space, memory on my computer, so I was trying to fix that. Okay, so let's go have a look. Tonight we have website. Let's have a look at this. Where's the website for me? Look at this. We've got, after 10 rounds, Woodward Games at the top. Yes. You're just being nice, aren't you? We've got Woodward Games, 34 points. The last round was Woodward Games versus Muffin Masters. Whoever won ended up top. Fortunately for me, I ended up being up there. Got Muffin Masters, wondering, look how close this is still. 30, 27, 26, 25, 21, 17, and then we've got Dathomir down the bottom there. Just coming along, just down the bottom there. Now, let's have a look. So that's what's happening. Tonight, the games are, let's have a look. Woodward Games versus Scotland. Woodward Games. First place versus fourth place. Scotland's going to be a hard one, that one. Flying Koalas versus Wandering Sailors. Flying Koalas down here, Wandering Sailors. Wandering Sailors is starting to climb up the table there. It's quite good. And we have Dathomir versus Blitz Squad. Dathomir down the bottom versus Blitz Squad. Will Dathomir get his first point? That's not a loss. How's it going, Paul? Good to have you around. And of course, just to make sure you're awake, there we go. And then we've got Undertakers versus Muffin Masters. Go Undertakers! Okay, let's just get rid of that and check out the actual game that's coming up. Alright, don't need that screen anymore. Okay. So, hey Sabine, good to have you along. How's everything where you are? How's everything up there in the northern hemisphere? It's the beginning. It's Monday morning for some of you. I've already survived the Monday. We had our... Oh, Jack, hey, I got out of bed a good half hour ago. The thing is, you're in New Zealand. What are you doing getting out of bed just half an hour ago? Okay, I gotta find my... Oh, we've got the game coming up like pretty much right now. This one here. Look at this. Woodward Games versus Scotland. It's gonna be a good one. Starting lineup. Yeah. Oh, man. It's been one of those... we've got an announcement in New Zealand. Us in Auckland here. We've got like another week in lockdown, or not lockdown, in level 2.568, whatever it is. Sunny here. Yeah, that's good. I can't even remember what today was like. No, it was a bit cloudy and spitting. Now I remember. Okay, here it goes, Woodward Games. This is the first one tonight. You gotta do this. Not many opportunities to play this terrible music at the beginning. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yeah, so and maybe next Monday the rest of the country will be in level 1, which means they're free to do whatever they like. Well, within legal limits. Oh, look at that, he's just flying along. Look at that. Look at him go. Let's have a look, come on. Who's got the Tenant? To Vindiri, to Kauhenga. I'm actually impressed by that Kauhenga guy. I actually pulled a 1,000 star player out of the academy today for Woodward Games. But I didn't put him in the team because he's only like level 24-ish or something like that. And like one of the lowest levels I've got on my team, like level 32 or something like that in this league, that is. So it's like, he's a good one, but he just needs just a bit more to catch up with the other guys. But now, I've got these 1,000 stars players coming out. Slowly get rid of these older guys. Come on. Okay, this is going to be good. But but here in New Zealand, it's also, in Auckland, not New Zealand. So the rest of the country is going to be like free, like taking off the clothes, running naked down the street type, free to do what they like. And here in Auckland, we still might have some, or we'll still be in like level 2 with restrictions and things like that. Because Aucklanders do not behave. These people that do not comply with the rules. It's just not that, it's just, the virusy thing is just still floating around, so you got to be careful. I was actually hoping for it to be free this weekend, because this weekend it's like the Chilean National Day celebrations. My wife's from Chile, so it's like, you always just have get-togethers and eat and drink and just get into lots of trouble. And it's anywhere between 3 to 5 days, depends where it lands, because the official National Day of Chile is on the 18th, which is a Friday, so we only got 3 days of celebrations this time. And at the same time, we can't go hang out with other people, which is like, that's a bit sad. Last year's like huge group down to the beach and set up a marquee and had competitions and dancing and drinking and lots of different barbecues everywhere. It was like awesome. Ooh, Scotland just about got away there. So I was hoping to do that this weekend, but since we have to stay maximum 10 people, it's like, okay, I'll just have a barbecue at home. Okay, I ripped it back. I need some points here. Nothing's happened. It's 30 minutes into this, and we're so close. We're getting so close to the playoffs. It's like, this is the 11th round, then we've got 12, 13, 14, another 3 matches. It's like, how exciting is that? But just the playoffs, man, they're going to be like, they're going to be so much fun. They're going to be a lot of fun. Oh, got a cable doing weird things to me. And then we can relax. We can relax a bit. Come on. Okay, scrums. Won the scrum, that's alright. Didn't get a big pushback or anything. Topu. Po. Any stories or adventures for me? from the weekend that you care to share? Oh, okay, look at that. Halftime already. Oh, come on, I've got to sneak down here. Sneak, bounce off him. Yes! Thank you very much. Thank you. Squeezed in a try just before halftime. That's always a relief. And, of course, as they usually do, miss it. What I'm thinking of doing later, probably like once this league finishes, like to do some type of compilation of the best moments. The best moments of this competition. I'll just like download or do different parts of from different games we've had and just like show them. Like that first round miss. I still remember that. That was a good match. It was like right at the end, depended on that conversion, and it went and hit the post. Those types of things would be good for the compilation. And old Paul says, nah, don't put that, nah. I'm not interested in that. My headphones keep slipping. I need more headphones. That's why I'm always like trying to accommodate them. Fleming's coming along. Who's that? Oh no, we've changed sides, that's right. No stories spring to mind. Must have been pretty quiet. Yeah. There's again. But it's been good. I like tonight. We had all of the... Wait, what? Weekend's over? Oh no, you're not in the States at the moment. Because they've got like a long weekend. Isn't it some long, God knows what it was, like a long weekend or something like that in the States? When's our next long weekend here in New Zealand? Anyone know? Ooh, okay, this is close. It's 5-0. He could still get a converted try and screw me over here. Thanksgiving. I can never tell when it is. Depends on the country. Because in Canada it's I think it's the first weekend of November, and then Thanksgiving in the States is the fourth Thursday. In the fourth Thursday of November. But Canada, they have it like around about the first or second or something like that. I don't know if it's the first one or the last weekend of October. I can't remember that. I was up at 7 a.m. to open the chicken coop, but then slept again till 10. You got chickens. Cool. Are they for eggs or for eating? Or remember, don't eat your pets. One of those irregular ones. Easter confuses me as well. Yeah, it always changes. Oh no, Easter's the worst one. It changes like sometimes March, sometimes April. Oh, look at that. Ooh, he just got mugged. Seriously got mugged then. It's like Easter always changes all the time. It's like whatever. But yeah, I mean, I've never actually celebrated a Thanksgiving Day. I think it'd be cool to, go mate, go. Look at that, right in the corner there. He tried to go for that corner flag. I just need a little push. I thought I had it. Scrum. I've got it. Maybe not. No, I haven't got it. I didn't get it back. Damn. He's not going to kick it. Nice for me. He dropped it. Ooh. Remember that try where like it got dropped in their own try area and I actually picked it up? Oh, come on. I thought it was a pushover try. Yes. No. He could have just gone over, the stupid dick. Oh, no. Did you see that? That was the worst passing ever. Oh, look at this. Oh, Scotland's holding me back. If I don't get a try out of this, I don't know which player that was. He's fired. Okay, he's lucky. He's safe now. No, he's not safe. Now it's a scrum. He was on the try line and he passed it back. I'm like, oh, what type of dick does that? Oh, okay, we've only got seconds left. Am I going to get it? Someone's going to get in trouble. Someone's seriously going to get in trouble if I don't get this one. Vaikona. Come on. But he passed it back. Oh, God. 2B. Oh, there he is. No. Yes. Good. Well, I mean, it's still a win. It's a win. I was just worried about losing the... What is it? Like him coming back for one of those converted try... Oh, he actually got it over. No way. Oh, I've got to write that score down. 12-0. Sweet. No bonus try, but a victory is a victory, and that's what matters. Anything interesting here? We even had one of those injuries. A moderate injury. Right at the end of the try. That's good. Extra points. 83%. Interesting. Okay, next one is... Let's go have a look. Already done that one. Get out of there. Let's go find it. Console. So the next one is Flying Koalas versus Wandering Sailors. What are the odds here? Who's going to win this and what are the odds? Oops. Just about didn't do the whole thing correctly. I always whenever I... Oh shit, what am I doing? Whenever I go to copy these match view things, sometimes I always leave like one number off and then it won't work and I'm like, no, where is it? Then I start stressing like, no. It's like, why is it not working? There it is. There we go. Look at this. We've still got 4 minutes before this one. Okay, let's have a look. So, yeah, you haven't told me what you've done with the chickens yet. I want to know what the chickens did. You know, I want to know. Are they for eating? Are they for the eggs? Or are they for pleasure? Let me... However that works. So it's got one of those irregular ones. Yeah, Easter confused. Easter is like the second full moon after the spring equinox. Yes. So you look at your watch for that one. It's like, oh, it's just about the second moon. Yes, and it also, yep, and it's already gone past the spring equinox, so it must be that time. The second full moon after that. Is that? I honestly had no idea. That's the wonderful random fact of the day. Thanks for sharing that. We actually learned something. Eggs and entertainment. Oh, do you have those, like, you have chicken races? You got like this track that goes around the house, and you put like little numbers. You staple some numbers on a piece of paper to the chicken, and you race them around. You don't do that? That would be so cool to watch. Just, yeah, I would do that. Got a house there, runs around the house, staple a number to the chicken, and they take off, and you place bets with the neighbors. Oh, you could just rake it. You'd be raking in the money there, man. I'd totally do that if I had chickens. That's probably why they won't let me have chickens. Or dogs, or cats, or anything that lives. Even kids, they were like, oh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it's like, I always have trouble remembering what we're celebrating with Easter. Aha! Yeah. It's like the time of things. It's celebrated in a large way in Chile, Easter. You know, like they do the whole thing. But funny is, like, Chile is like a religious, well, it's like, was it a Catholic religious country, whatever it is. But they only have 3 days holiday. And I'm like, no way. New Zealand, which isn't really religious at all, is like, you get 4 days. I'm like, how does that work? It's just like, you got, was it Black Friday? Is it Black Friday? Or am I thinking of that? Good Friday. I'm thinking Black Fridays when they sell all that crap you don't need. So you got Good Friday, Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday. And yeah, those are the main days, normally the religious days. But in New Zealand, we also get Monday free. It's like 4-day week, and it's like out of here, and everyone takes off and does all of their stuff, which is quite cool. So in Chile, it's like, well, why isn't Monday a holiday? I mean, you're supposed to be more religious in New Zealand. It's like, nope. I'm like, oh, no. But they do have other religious holidays thrown in there anyway, which is cool. I wouldn't want the ostriches to get jealous that the chickens have a cleaner racetrack. They have those. Have you seen those ostriches when they have those races? It's like crazy. They're just like the way that they go down, the flying down the tracks and everything like that. Can't think of a witty response to the chicken race question. Answer is no. Oh, yeah. Go on. Just once. You're thinking you might get addicted though, so yeah, probably better not. Do it with the neighborhood cats. Staple numbers to the side of the neighborhood cats. Okay, this is Flying Koalas, old Steve, and Wandering Sailors. Let's see what happens here. Oh, old Vismansa says, I think in our Woodward England leagues, coming at the bottom, like 0 wins. I mean, I've only got 3 wins in that league. And he mentioned in the Discord, is like, oh, maybe I should have changed my thing where I get 3 tokens every win. It's like 0 wins. Like, just in the other leagues, you're just so used to winning, or maybe losing 2 or 3, but like losing more than winning. It's like, whoa, that's crazy. Missing out on all of those tokens. Okay, Flying Koalas kicked it off. And Wandering Sailors, what's he going to do? Oh, we got the wolf man there. We got the wolf. Who can win? Hendrickson. Ooh, look at that. He's just barges. Ooh, he's a bit feisty. It's actually the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. You got these dudes like trying to calculate, looking up at the sun and the stars and God knows what else. Or they just go off to Stonehenge to figure it out. Anyone been to Stonehenge? I was there like, God, about 20 years ago. As a part of my roaming around just to get my free ticket and get my ticket back to Chile. I had to go to London. I was like, oh, Stonehenge. Always wanted to see it. Went there. Small. Fortunately, weren't many tourists at the time. Strangely. But it's smallish. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look. Wondering, is he going to make it? No. Ooh, those inside passes. I've seen more and more of those inside passes of late. That's cool. That's really cool. Here's Wolf barging up. No, he's got pushed back a bit. Now you mention it, my stapler does have 2 modes on its anvil plate. Maybe one works better on feathers. I'm just imagining, and it's not nice to do those things, but it's funny to laugh about those types of things. Probably Peter's gonna PETA, whatever it's called. They're gonna come along and say, oh, you're talking about cruelty to animals. I'm not really gonna do it. Come on. I wouldn't waste staples on that type of things. I'd just use nails. And they're gonna they'll be hounding outside the house with their signs and things like that. It's like, oh, go on. It's just a staple and maybe the odd nail. What's wrong with that? There are probably people who thought about changing their sponsor. Yeah, I wasn't one of them. I wasn't one of those ones that changed the sponsor. And maybe I should have. I'm going to pay more attention to it next season, actually. Depends who's in there. Because this season, just like my Woodward England one, which is one of my pathetic teams, it's just like scrape. You'd probably know about that, won't you, Paul? Scraping the barrel of that division. It's just like, 3 wins. Because when Vismunsa said, I haven't had any wins, I thought, that's strange. Then I went to have a look. Oh, you're right. How many wins have I had? 3. And they're again, one of them's against Vismunsa. Was against Muffin Masters. And it was usually Muffin Masters and I, and some of the other leagues, always battling it out in the cup final. Oh, look at this! Oh, look at this passing. That was a great thing of play. What do you call it? A thing of play? You don't call it a thing of play. A round of play. No, what's that word? It's a great phase of play. That's it. It's a great phase of just that passing going along, and the other one comes up to tackle him, and no, he passes it just in time. Okay, so look at this. It's 0-0 at half time. Okay, what's gonna? Is he gonna kick it out? Nope, he's gonna keep going. He wants points. He's not chickening out here. Chickening out. How many chickens have you got? Just out of curiosity, I want to know how many are in the race. How many chickens are in the race? I need to know how if I have to reload my stapler. Oh, okay, Wandering Sailors. He's going to kick it out. He's too close to his try line. Yep. 0-0 at half time. Yeah. Did you change your sponsor at all or anything like that? I didn't change any of mine. I've actually got it ready for next season. So it says, I visited Stonehenge 24 years ago. Love the mystique. Yeah, just the area. I actually read a book based on the areas. Like a book is like about 1,000 pages or something like that. And it follows these families that lived like around Salisbury, sort of close to Stonehenge. And it was following these. Ooh, look at that push! You got a Pot on your team. I haven't seen Pot before. Okay, we're going to watch this. See if he gets a try. He's just... Ooh, look at this. Let's see how Flying Koalas, how his defense is. He's over. He's over, and he's close to the post. That's going to be should be a clear conversion there. I've been yeah, so that as I was saying, like reading this book about, and is following these, like I think 4 families. I read it like over 20 years ago too, and it was following these families like from caveman times, just about through the Romans, and it like through the centuries, through the Middle Ages, and it follows these families through time, and just the way, and they always stay in the area, and the way that like one of them's like really powerful and the other one's like always like lower class, humble farming worker type things. And it's just interesting seeing how they develop throughout the centuries, over the many centuries. Really interesting, that book. I cannot remember what it's called because I don't know where that book is now. Probably at my aunt's place on the farm somewhere. She doesn't have chickens though. She's got a couple of horses and about 20 sheep or so, and a goat, and dogs and cats. No ostriches that I know of. You sort of know if she had an ostrich, wouldn't you? Okay, who's got this? Flying Koalas. Bang! Doesn't get there. I've been told nails were quite valuable back in the day before you could automate the production. I imagine so. Imagine making individual nails. It's like saying, make a nail. Go on. This weekend, try and make a nail. And it's just like, you got a bit of metal, and then you got to make it a bit of iron, and you got to like sharpen one end. How do you sharpen that with another piece of iron? And just to make a simple nail will take ages. And now you just get nails. Bags and bags of them. But yeah, they were like, they'd be pretty expensive back in the days. What really blows me is like the Baroque period, and like the palaces and things like that. Just the ornate work going into furniture and palaces and buildings and things like that. Just like the Palace of Versailles, sorry. And it was just like, it's just like the ornateness, and like these kings and queens lived in these random places. Because when I went to Europe, like my main objective was just going to castles and palaces and random things like that, historical reasons. And it's just like I'd just visit lots of them, even the ruined ones. And it was just like going into some of these places like, oh, no way. It's just like so much money or just even the talent at that time to create such beauty and such, just wow, just mind-blowing what they used to do. Like, 300 years ago or so ago, 3 or 4, about 300 years ago. Just crazy. That defense is awesome still. Look at that, 7-0. Oh, if you get it, you're going to kick it out. If Flying Koalas gets this, he's going to go all the way to a try. He's not going to give up. He's going to keep going until he gets the points. You watch. So this is going to be interesting. I decided on selling some oldies and giving younger ones more playtime before I saw the league, and changed sponsor accordingly. Well done. Thing is, I haven't. And I still got, my players are still I've done shit in this league anyway, so it's like, Oh, and there it is. That was a good win for Wandering Sailors. 0-7. Sneaking up that table there. I just want to have a look at this. Let's go have a look. And if we go check out the website, where's my version of it? So I've just gone up some points. Scotland sat there. So you've just gone away from old Wandering Sailors. Is at the moment is above Muffin Masters. So it depends on the last game how it goes between Undertakers and Muffin Masters. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, going back. So we're going to go check out the timeline. No, not the timeline. The match stats. 61% to 39%. Yeah, there's a lot of time. Flying Koalas was just getting right in there. It's just like going for it. And then what do we got? Yeah, that's all we need to see, really. Just come back to this one. Okay, go back to the ground. And the next one is, let's have a look. Dathomir versus oops, I always do that. Blitz Squad. Copy this one. And where's my one here? Yes, I always talk to myself. Yes. Look at that. That one's in 3 minutes from now. Let's see what everyone's talking about. So yeah, so I decided on selling some oldies and giving young ones more playtime before I saw the league. And change sponsor accordingly. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that too. Yeah. I'm probably going to do that too. Like, Woodward Games has already... Well, yeah, I might win, might not, don't know. At least I'm in I might be in the semi-final. Let's go have a look. Let's go look at this competition. This is in 2 minutes from now. I have no idea. What am I in here? Okay, this is going to be Ace of Banes win this one. Look at that. Yeah, so I'm 47 to 42. I might make it to the semis. And yep. But if I do get to a final, that's probably going to be all. This one here, Woodward Chile. Oh, that one's alright. He's actually doing really well. Just won a match. Undertakers just beat All Bricks. Undertakers down here. It's a bit of a... Yeah, that one's alright. But this Woodward England one, it's just like... There's no... I got 22 points. And I'm 23 points behind 4th place. That's like... so many. I can pretty much just like... I could swap out some of these players now to give them some good games against these guys. Maybe. I'll see what happens. Have I got anything on the market? Probably. Players I'm selling. Oh, I do. Oh, I've got him on the market. Whoa. No one's bit bit yet. Oh well, whatever. A level 50 player. Okay. So, what was that? Oh, get out of here. Back to Woodward Games. Find that match before it disappears. Or starts. Boom. There we go. Cool trick, that one, about the arrow up to find the last thing you put. I like it. Okay, so it says... 7 chickens and 1 rooster. That's enough. You could actually start a 7-a-side football team with those. They can use the rooster as the ball. Whoa there, you just don't ask a man to count his chickens like that. Oh, I got lots more questions. Don't worry about that. I subbed Podden. That's why I've never seen him before. Someone probably got injured and he got killed. They just put a pot plant on the field. I imagine it wouldn't take a blacksmith too long each. More about how many you'd need. Good job for an apprentice. Yeah, give all of those shitty jobs to the apprentice. Go on. Just make these sharp. Yeah. Okay, Dathomir. Blitz Squad. People used to search for nails at the shipyards at low tide. Interesting. Yeah, because... like, when the ships, they just... yeah, I can imagine that. Oh yeah, castles are such an exotic thing. Don't exactly have many here. Ooh, look at this. Look at this domination. Look at them all. I hope it's the youth squad. Oh, yep, it's got Neymar in there, so we're right. It's against Dathomir. That's maybe why. I thought that was just piling down the Bowser, Van Rensig, Okbokun, whatever it is. Yeah, New Zealand has so little history in a way, like 250 years max, something like that, or actually a bit more probably, but just has hardly, just about there, just so like modern history I'm referring to, because you got the Maori guys, they were here, and then you got the Moriori's before them. I mean, history like for 900 years, but nothing. I'm referring to like nothing that has remained really from like centuries ago. For example, something that just blew me away when I was in Europe was just like the history. You just walk into buildings that have been there for longer than New Zealand's been around, basically. It's just crazy. Like you go into like the Notre Dame in Paris, you just go in there and it just like you feel the history, like you just, I don't know, you just feel it. It's just like it's been around for like 1,000 years just about, and it's just, or more or less, not too sure. And it's just like you're in there, and it's you just start imagining how many people have walked along here, lovers, parents with their kids, kings, princesses, random dudes, people plotting to destroy God knows what. It's just like, you imagine a number of things that walked where you walked over those centuries. And when you think about that, it's just like mind-blowing. And also something like the Notre Dame Cathedral, just built like that, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It's just like, holy, okay, we've got to try from Blitz Squad. Should be an easy conversion. I think Blitz Squad's got this. Yep, you got it. So he's pretty much got this game, I think, even after 27 minutes. But just like the history of the place is just crazy. Or even if just like in the Versailles, Palace of Versailles. I don't know how to say that in English. Versailles. And it's just like, you just imagine the types of people that walk there, and they have these opulent, not costumes, clothing, because they're not costumes, opulent clothing and everything like that, while outside you got people living in just pure misery. There's no running water. They throw this shit out the window from the second floor onto the street, and that's where they walk. And just this contrast in life. And like there are many people say, oh, I'd like to live in the Middle Ages. It completely depends on who you were. If you're just like a random dude, you're going to find it horrible. You're either going to get killed, die before you're 30, or something's just terrible going to happen to you. Ooh, Dathomir! Just about. I mean, if you're like a prince or royalty or something like that, or a lord, yeah, you got lots of fine things. But still, some things could be a bit... Oh, look at that! Oh, did you see that pass? That was a brilliant pass there. He was like... Oh, that was a good one. That was actually good. I'm liking these inside passes and things. Oh, I missed out there, Dathomir. That was actually a really good... I wonder if... We need someone that's like really, really bored to find like the best tries. That'd be cool. I might go pay the kids to do it. But yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, going back. So yeah, castles are such an exotic. We don't have any. We've got like Larnac Castle in Dunedin, but it's not really a castle. It's just an opulent building / house that was created like a couple of hundred years ago. No, yeah, a couple of hundred years ago. And yeah, it's really nice and everything like that, but it's not really a castle. Some dude, or a couple actually, they actually built a sort of real castle-ish thing as a home somewhere down South Island also, like, you know, mimicking the castle and everything like that, and actually now I don't know if it's ready or not. I think it is, and they're starting to get some tourists coming through and everything like that to pay for it because it cost them loads. But there's no real castles like from way back, you know, in Granddad's day. Ooh, he got it. Well done. 15-5. So he's got a 2-try difference. That's all right. So, So so we don't have, probably more peg and hole connections back there. You just like exactly. I'll take that win, thank you very much. I'm sure he did. Later today, Steve will probably get his revenge in the league. Oh, you're playing him in the... What? Oh, I know the one, yeah. He's doing well. He's doing really well in the league. No castles in New Zealand. Such a young country, I know. And the thing is, some of the older things that were here, they've either been burnt down because they're all made of wood, not stone, or they just never existed in the first place. It's just like, oh no. There's just like no really old things here. There are ancient canoes though, right? The old wakas. Yeah, there are some of those, but they'll be up to the ones that are like real ones. They're probably only like 100 or so, 150 years old maybe, something like that. Not old, that's about as old as it gets. Because like since they're made of wood, they're just... Ooh, Dathomir, is he through? Look at him tonight. He's going for it tonight. That's good. He misses that though, as per usual. So we have there's ancient canoes, right? Yeah. We think 100 years is a long time, and also that 100 miles is a long way. Exactly. Such small distances here in New Zealand. Everything's so close. Oh, I imagine in Netherlands also it's really small. Just like, I remember, like going in Chile, you can take a bus for 20 hours, and you've only done like not even a quarter of the country. It's just like 4,000 kilometers long or some random thing like that. It's just long. It takes you 2 hours by plane just to go from the middle to near the south, like near the bottom of the continent. That's like at least 2 hours. Then if you want to go up north, it takes you another 2 hours. It's like 4 hours but in plane. And but it's really narrow country too. It's like only like 150 or 180 k's maximum at one point. It's really weird. Anyway, because you got the mountains and everything. We do have Maori fortifications. I think pa is the term. Exactly. But they're not quite castles, no. They were like mounds. The pas were like the fortifications of the Maori. And they are like mounds of earth. And they had like the wooden stakes and everything around it. Like instead of not brick, like stones or anything like that. They just used wood tied together with flax and everything like that. Oh, Blitz Squad's got a sub. Oh, hang on. This is close. 15-10. Right near the end. He's gonna try and get a bonus try. No, he's not gonna get a bonus try out of this. Because Dathomir came back. Ooh. And he kicks it out. He's just happy with that win, Blitz Squad. So Dathomir 10. That's good. 15. So he got one of those bonus loss points. Nice. Let's go check out the stats. And timeline. No. Match stats. 2-2. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back. The final match of this evening is... What is it? Undertakers versus Muffin Masters. I shall go get my code. My secret code. Ooh. So you'll be interested in this one. You probably want Muffin Masters not to win this one. Okay, let's have a look. Put the scene in here, and we are ready to rock. Out of there. So with those paths, obviously the only things that remain there, like all of the woods disappeared, and you don't even have many of the buildings. They disappeared because they were just very like warlike between the different what do you call it? No, different like tribes in a way, like the families or whatever. It's like they're very warlike, so things would just get destroyed and burned. Probably burnt, yeah. But there's not many things remaining, except for you can see sometimes the mounds and the hill in some places where you can see these fortifications, but it's just earth lumped together. I know like near Tauranga there's some like that you can still see, probably in many other places too. But there's not many remain. And there's nothing you can visibly see from above ground, unfortunately. So that's like about it. Now I'm thinking about the Proclaimers song. I would work 500 miles with his terrible accent, I know. And you got me singing, damn. No. So it's like, yeah, so I'd walk, I remember that song. Yep, you see a building that was established 1892 or whatever, and that's a really old one. Anything made at the end of the 19th century, 18 something, is like, whoa, this has been around since the beginning of time, basically, in New Zealand standards. Random dude doesn't get enough recognition in history books. I know, random dude, just no one talks about random dude anymore. He's just nothing. He's just doesn't get any mention. How do you pronounce it? What's that, pa? However you like. Then you say it's been anglicized. A small European or Asian country doesn't count. You've got access to the whole rest. Iwi. There's the whole rest of the continent. Is it the iwi? Because they were like they had their own little like. It's not iwi's like the iwi's like the tribe, but now it like encompasses like whole areas, which could have been the same at that time or not. I'm honestly, I'm not too sure. I'll investigate it. I'd like to know. But yeah, a small European or Asian country doesn't count. You got access to the whole rest of the continent. Yeah, it's just like, and just like Europe, there's just so much history there. So much history. So many things have happened, for good, for bad, whatever, over even the last 2,000 years. Just like, whoa, it's just so many things. And I mean, they still find random old coins and swords and God knows what in different places. It's just crazy. But here, the oldest thing you'll find is probably like an alien spaceship buried under the ground or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But I actually like history. I like history. I like learning and discovering those things. I think there were about 7 at the top level. The original ocean-going waka. There were 7. And then it probably splinters into smaller factions. Warring factions. Exactly. Yeah, there were 7 at the beginning. And from there, I honestly have no idea how they split up, divided. Because like in New Zealand, they don't talk much about that part of history. I mean, the biggest points that they learned in my time in history is just like European history and sometimes recent history, the world wars, World War One, World War Two, things like that. And that's pretty much it. History, just writing that down. And it's just like you don't hear much about the land wars here. Like after this treaty was signed in 1840. You learn about the treaty being signed. Yeah, you learn about that, but you don't hear about what happened after it. And when we're in lockdown, here in New Zealand, like the first one, like you just could not leave the house. It was like level 4, and you're sellotaped to the wall. You can't move type lockdown. We had home learning TV here on national TV, where the kids, they couldn't go to school, so they just learned random things on television, science, Maori language, English, and history and things like that. And one of the things we'd sit down as a family, the 4 of it, to watch was the history episodes. Oh, they were so good about the history of New Zealand. And it just went into detail. And I was just like, wow, why didn't they teach some of these things to us when we were at school? And some of the injustices and some of these things that were happening. It's just like, whoa, you just don't learn about some of these massacres and things like that. They sort of like anything bad that was done against the Maori, they don't like to talk about it. And it's just like, whoa, just some of the things. I was like, it was embarrassing, really embarrassing, eye-opening. And just really interesting, all these different stages about the beginnings of the origin. Did he just make it from just about halfway? Whoa. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to have to replay that to see where he kicked it from. That was awesome. And it's just like, yeah, I actually learned a lot from that. I was like, whoa, that was really, really interesting. And just like gives you just a totally another perspective of, yeah, just the way this country's sort of grown or came about over the time. A lot of dodgy dealings and things like that. Just, it's interesting, really interesting. But I used to actually sit down and do every single day the 2 Maori lessons. There's one in the morning, basic, and one in the afternoon, which is sort of also like intermediate, but basic anyway. I used to do that every single day. Just sit there and like, okay, I'm going to try and learn. Problem is I've forgotten everything. Because once the lockdown finished, I haven't done it at all. And if you don't use it, you lose it. That's what they say. Applies to every part of the body. Rangululu. 3-0. Okay, Muffin Masters. Is he going to get there? There are so many great things I've learned about from the internet. But I've got no idea what they'd have taught in the schools. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe, I don't know now if they're learning more about that or not, or, yeah. Drop goal. Look at this. Does he, what? That was random. He was like right in front and he totally missed that. He totally missed that. That was just like worst kick ever, just about. Nocenti. 3-0, 25 minutes. This is going quite well. Lamb. I just had to sneak that in there. Map on ya. There's a map on ya. This is his name. Map on ya. There's a map on ya. It's tattooed onto you after a drunken night. They tattooed a treasure map onto him. One of those drunken nights, and like wakes up in the morning, he's like, oh, my back hurts. Then like 2 weeks later, suddenly discovers, holy shit, looks in the mirror and sees there's a random pirate treasure map tattooed on his back. I hate it when it happens. Sparg. Ooh, he got it back. Undertakers got it back. Remember, if Muffin Masters doesn't win this, old Wandering Sailors goes into second place from memory. He got it this time. 3-all. That's an interesting score. Come on, you want to. Is he kicking for touch? Ooh, it went out. Doesn't happen with my team. I don't know why. Swan in a pool. Habana. Unana. But then you find he's gained or lost weight and the map gets distorted exactly and you can't find the treasure. Like the X sort of goes from from the upper back down under the armpit. It's like, is that a forest or is that just armpit here? Yeah. Like loses weight or gains weight, and yeah, those things, they distort. They sort of look ugly. When that happens, like, oh. Go find the buried treasure under a clump of hair. Ooh, that was good. Okay, so someone's going to kick it out now. They must do. Or they're desperate to get points. Yep, they're going to keep going until whenever. Going expensive. When I was at school, one of the subjects that I did was ancient civilizations. I was in sixth form, which is like year 12 nowadays or something like that. But I just moved to another city, and when I went to the other city, they didn't have, it's 3-all at halftime. When I went to this new city, they didn't have it at my school. I was at a boys' school for that year. So like, okay, so they've got no classical studies at this boys' school, but they had it at the girls' school, which is just across the road. Like, you know, it's on the corner there. I'm like, oh, okay, Rob. And there's like me and about three others. And we had to go to, like, walk into the school, all of these girls only around you. And like, you're only 16. I was like, oh no, and they all looking at you and like giggling and pointing and just making you feel uncomfortable as you normally would. And going in that class, it was just like, oh, the nerves. So yeah, I went to an all-girls school for one of my classes. But it was, yeah, I just remember, it's like, oh, I got classical studies today. Oh, I got to go there. It's like, oh no. It was just like terrible. Okay, Muffin Masters has got the try. Look like he's going to hold his second place there with this. If he gets the conversion, we'll see what happens. We should think about what to do when a playoff match ends in a draw. Oh, that's a really good point. That's a really good point. Well, there's going to be more time between the games. Because at the moment, we're just like packing in these games all in like... we've got 5 games in a row, basically. But I think next week... I think it's next week? We've got the playoffs and everything like that. And I think we've got like quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then the final. The final's going to be on Saturday night, which is going to be good, so again, everyone can watch it and everything like that. When are we going to do the other ones? When are we going to have because we're going to need a couple of days between, at least, maybe. So we'll probably have oh, hang on, I think I've got it organized. I've got it somewhere, haven't I? We'll go have a look. I think I got it in the Discord. I might have actually written it. Who's that? Undertaker still there? I'm going to go have a look. I'm sure I wrote it in the Discord or something like that. Random. Here it is. Blackout Youth League. If you go right up the top, is there a simple way to go right up the top? Probably not. Might be up there somewhere. You need one of those go to the top buttons or something like that. Ah, so much randomness. But have a look later. But that's what we need to talk about. What happens if there's a draw? What happens if there's... oh, hang on. Here's all of the matches. No, and I didn't. No, I didn't. I haven't done that playoff schedule yet. Okay. Good to know. But I think it's going to be like... it's going to be 3. What do you guys think? Yeah, get my thing back up again. I want the final on Saturday night New Zealand time, so it's like Saturday morning elsewhere. That'd be cool. And that would mean the semi-finals would need to be maybe a Thursday, like 2 days between, or the Wednesday, the semi-finals. But that would mean the quarterfinals would need to be on the Monday. Our final match is... when's our final match? And let's have a look. Our final match is on a... random... oh, hang on. Round 12. Oh, no. This round... oh, I haven't got the other ones up yet, have I? Damn. Oh, I've got to go find them. When's what I can't actually see when the final matches here they are. I did actually write it. Quarterfinal, so the last match of this round is on Saturday, 19th of September. That's round 14. I may have or may not have had a lot of wine that day, but we'll talk about that later. Final score. 10-0. Muffin Masters has beaten Undertakers. I gotta note that down. Undertakers 3. Muffin Masters 10. Excellent. Yeah, I pinned one at the top, but I didn't pin the last round of round 13 and 14 and everything like that. Which is, okay, so we've got next week, we've got, what's today? Today's Monday. Whoa. So we've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the last round is Saturday. So on Saturday is the end of this round robin competition, everything like that. And I have the quarterfinals on Monday the 21st. That's the quarterfinals. The semifinals. No, the semifinals are on Thursday, the 24th. And then the finals are on Sunday, the 27th. Sunday night. Why did I do that? It should be Saturday, maybe. Because it'd be like Sunday morning. I think the Saturday is probably the best one. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Yeah, so I pinned it at the top of the channel, but I haven't pinned the last ones, the round 13 and 14, and what we're going to do with the quarterfinals and everything like that. Yes, I've got to go pin that, so that's interesting. So that's on Saturday. I think there'll be lots of people maybe looking, hundreds of people watching. So on the round 14 on the Saturday the 19th. And then the quarterfinals on the Monday. That's quite close. I might have to do that, change it to a Tuesday, just to give us that a little bit extra time. And then after that, there's only going to be 4 people in it. So it all depends on those 4 people. It's just that initial one. So I might have to do the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. 2 days between them all. That sounds pretty cool. Tuesday, and then we'll be all over on that Saturday. Yeah. And if there's a draw, what should we do? What are we going to do if there's a draw? That's a good question. That's something we'll probably have to post into the Discord. We'll post in the Discord to see what everyone thinks about draws and things like that. Actually, it's a good point. Because there's no bonus... What do you call it? There's no extra time in those friendly matches. Oh well. Anyway, that's round 11 of the unofficial Blackout Rugby Youth League. We'll chat more about this in the Discord. Yeah, whoever was highest at the table after the 14 match wins, I thought they could make it fair or not. I don't know. Yeah, it's like, or maybe whoever got the most tries in that match. Because like tries are more valuable than just random kicks. The problem is, what happens if they both got... Yeah, a replay is probably too much work, because it's only going to give us like 24 hours for them to have a replay the next day, and it probably won't be live anyway. So we've got to find think of some type of solution before it begins, before those qualifying things happen. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Hang on, Monday, Wednesday. Yeah, we'll talk about it in the Discord. Yeah, because it'd be hard to fit in. Because like if it's in 2 days' time, that means it's like you got to use the next day definitely for the. And it's just gonna have to be something like within the match. Depends on the tries, and then if they're tied on tries, it would need to be something else. And then if it comes down to something, it's like, but their result, the result of those two teams, of the combined points in the rounds or something random like that. Yeah, that could work. Anyway, that's it for this evening. I'll let you guys get along with your business and everything that you're doing. Thanks a lot for coming along. Much appreciated. Always like it when you guys come along. Makes it more fun. Until next time, stay safe. Have an awesome day.